to, like you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Um,
into the repetition a little bit later, like when we give our
mhm.
final thoughts. But for now, let's move on to I Am the Law.
I am the
I am
law,
the law. This
dude.
is a
Yeah,
fucking
Talk
iconic
about
song from this album too.
talk about an iconic chorus, man.
yeah,
This song, I mean,
It's fucking great too.
it's about like the movie Judge Dredd. I mean, they even say
yeah,
Judge Dredd
Yeah,
in the yo. I feel like this is whenever thrash bands try to go slower and they incorporate a lot of groove. I feel like they should be aiming for this song because
yeah,
that
yeah,
groove is just so powerful. It's catchy. It's kind of like Pantera, where the like '90s Pantera, where those grooves, even if they are a bit slower, I mean, they fucking hit, and I love it.
yeah.
yeah. I mean, for those of you who don't know what Judge Dredd is, it's basically it's a comic book superhero who basically he sought out after people who broke the law, and he had like bionic eyes, and that made him. And from the research that I did on Wikipedia, it was like an excellent marksman. That's what it basically gave him
I
20/20
am.
vision. Uh, like that's pretty much
2120.
it. 21/20, yeah, and he had like good vision
I
at
am.
night. So that's basically what Judge Dredd is. But I mean, this song, like when you listen to it for the first time, or when I listen to it for the first time, in my head I just picture cops eating donuts in a car, and this song is just fucking playing, and they're like,
Yeah,
"I am the law." Fuck.
I am the
this is
law.
this is like what cops get like their power trip. This is what they imagine themselves as Judge Dredd. Like you said, they're just like some fat pigs eating
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah, there's two scenarios
Yeah.
when you play the song if you're a cop. Either when you're eating donuts or when you just graduate from school to become a cop. That's it.
I feel like that's when cops are on like their shit, like I'm so entitled.
I'm so entitled.
It's like
Time
they're
to
right out
commit
of
police
school.
brutality.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm young, I'm fun, and I'm gonna beat you up, man. I am the law.
I did all this
I am
training. Yeah, I did all this training and it's not gonna go to waste and you're gonna be the butt of the joke. Cops need to calm the fuck down,
I
man.
think
They need to
Yeah,
calm the
especially
fuck down.
my
nowadays.
my my favorite part of the song is the second half because it like picks up and it's
Yeah, and
fucking
it gets more
Yeah.
kinky. Yo,
it's
I
like at
love how
first
they
I
did.
didn't like it
Wait,
though.
we're all
Oh, you
talking at
did?
once. So go,
Oh,
John.
sorry. No, I would say like the first few times I went through it, I didn't like how because I felt like two songs being shoved together. But after a while, I felt like the first half of the song it kind of hyped up what was to come, and then by the second half, it's just like, it's kind of like doing what Anthrax does really really well. And I feel like on yeah, I mean
Yeah,
on this song especially, it's fucking iconic Anthrax.
yeah,
So
I felt like the because how you said like you felt like it was two different songs at first. Like I didn't really feel like that way. I felt like for the most part, a lot of the songs when they switched to different segments, different tempos, or different dynamics, I felt like for the most part it was pretty smooth. I felt like the
yeah,
transition into the speedy parts were I thought they were pretty seamless for the most part.
hmm,
And the solo I feel here, I felt like it was better than Con Mosh, but it wasn't the most spectacular. But I do love the and then the notes just keep getting higher. I love that, and I feel like this also shows that for the vocals how he puts a bit more bark to it, but still keeping that high registry that he has. The vocals for me were like a highlight of this album. In fact, like
yeah.
if we're talking about through the big four, like I think this might be out of the big four, this might be like my second favorite vocalist. Like seriously,
Who's your first?
I think it's got to be Tom Araya. I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
biased because
Tom.
I love Slayer, but I love that just shouting delivery he has. But
Yeah,
I think the best way to describe Anthrax is if you take the vocalist from like a new wave British heavy metal band, because like Bruce Dickinson and Judas Priest, they had
mm,
higher vocal
yeah,
registries, and then you put them in like you take that band like that British band, you speed it up and you add more punk. It's like it's a beautiful concoction of different styles, and
Yeah.
I feel like it meshes pretty well. Yeah, I
You
mean,
take some metal, you put it in NYC, you mix it up, New York, you put some rap inside, you got Anthrax.
well, I mean, the best flavor of hardcore is honestly New York bands. I feel like they do it the best, whether it's Madball, Incendiary, or Marauder.
I
Um,
wish more hardcore bands sounded like Anthrax, to be honest,
I
Yeah,
feel like then
sick.
because I really
you guys
like love how it sounds. It's just like so tight.
I feel
Yeah.
like you guys might like more crossover thrash if that's the case, because they
Yeah,
show a lot more of that. Because hardcore is strictly like
I know. Yeah,
strictly hardcore, but crossover, I think you guys would like that flavor a lot more. That subgenre
yeah,
of a subgenre.
yeah.
Uh,
Let's move on
you